I am gung-ho America. Like when it comes down to it, America is the freest country in the world. We're fucked up, but we're not as fucked up as everybody else.
Agreed.
And if we're not the global superpower, somebody else is. And that sucks for us, right? America has to stand with Israel. We have to.
You think so? Okay.
We have to. We can't not. We can't let Israel collapse. We can't let Israel become overrun by its enemies. Not only the fact that Jordan neighbors Israel and is one of the few U.S. allies in the Middle East, but if we do let Israel fall, man, it's got repercussions all the way back to our promises from World War II. So we have to stand with Israel. That does not mean we have to stand with Netanyahu.
Okay.
Right? So the other thing that's tricky here is that the U.S. has a stated policy that we do not negotiate with terrorists.
Okay.
However, we have labeled Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Israeli and the Quds Force, which is an Iranian military group, as terrorist groups.
We have, yeah. Iran has heavy sanctions.
So we've painted ourselves into a corner where we don't want to support Netanyahu. Like, it's not in our best interest to support Netanyahu. We do want to support Israel, but we can't actually negotiate with any of Israel's enemies because we've labeled all of Israel's enemies terrorist groups.
Yeah.
So we either have to say that we are willing to negotiate with terrorists, which, by the way, we are, because we've talked to the Taliban and we're currently talking to Hamas, and it's a bunch of fucking bullshit that we try to say that we don't negotiate with terrorists. But we are painted in this corner now where our policy is what's driving our geopolitics instead of letting the best interest of our nation drive our geopolitics.
Okay.
Right. So if anything, I would recommend we find a way to go in and support the opposition to Netanyahu, unthrone Netanyahu in some way, shape, or form. Support the fucking UN has criminal charges against him.
Yeah.
What does it mean when the United States doesn't support the UN's International Criminal Court?
Yeah.
We do sometimes, we don't other times.
Yeah.
Like we are a disgrace to all the principles that we say we espouse. And the problem is that in the world that we live in, with the information age and the transparency of media, everybody sees it from the poorest person in Africa to the wealthiest person in Singapore.
Yeah.
It's crystal clear that the United States is a two-faced liar.
Yeah.
And that costs us influence, that costs us power, that costs us diplomatic leverage. And now the only thing we really have is the strong arm of our economy to push people around. And we've been using that since 1950.